Howdy. Welcome to the inaugural video here on YouTube of The Broken Prophecy with yours truly, The Broken Prophet. Now, some of y'all know me as Papa Lou. Y'all probably listened to my blog talk radio show, Working with the Spirit. Some of you might have even heard me on WIGO AM 1570 down here in Georgia. Some of you may have followed me on Twitter, or maybe you found this by following me either on Periscope or Live Me app. And here I am on YouTube at the behest of a lot of you who said, well, you know what, Prophet, why don't you go to YouTube? I do a lot of this. This video, this YouTube channel, is about hoodoo. It's about root work. It's about Southern folk spirituality. All right? And I plan on talking about that. That's the whole purpose of this. Okay? I will come on here and I will talk about root working. Now, I'll probably give out a lot of work, and I know a lot of you will probably follow the little hashtags and find this video. That's what you're coming for. You're coming for spells and magic and all that stuff. I'm going to do things a little bit differently because I know a lot of you are tired. I know a lot of you have bought these books, and you've bought the videos, and you've bought the seminars. Yet nothing's working for you because a lot of these books and things are only halfway written. They don't teach you the mindset needed to actually propel and energize and invigorate the spirit to get things moving on your behalf. So you sit there and you buy these books and you do these recipes and you make this big old mess in your kitchen, and then nothing happens. And then you wonder why. Well, I hope to answer a lot of these questions by teaching you the mindset needed to make hoodoo work effectively for you. All right? One thing I won't do, you won't hear me disparaging any other worker or any other method, because let me tell you, what you can probably tell by the cadence of my speech, I'm a Southern boy. I'm a Georgia boy. I've been here my whole life. I grew up with hoodoo. So I know the things that are needed. But I also understand this one fact about it. There's no one way to do it. So you'll be hearing my way. As a Southerner who grew up around it, who's still working it. And you'll learn the way I do it. Okay? The way I grew up doing it. A lot of you ask me, well, you know, why do you call yourself the Broken Prophet, Papa Lou? What is this whole broken prophecy? And let me just kind of put it in a nutshell for you. Okay? And I brought my own little prop here. One thing about YouTube is a little bit different from Periscope. See, Periscope and Live Me, it's live video. It's right there. It's lights, camera, and action, baby. You got to start talking. And I thought YouTube would be a little bit easier because, you know, I'm able to kind of prepare the things I've got to say. But I sat here all day getting ready for this video, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to do things the way I do them. I'm just going to sit down, hit fire, and just start talking. So this might not be as polished as a lot of spiritual workers, spiritual readers, and spiritual advisors videos. But I promise you, what you will get from me is raw and it's uncut. And it's just coming straight from the heart and from the spirit, okay? The broken prophecy can be summed up by this thing right here. An egg. A simple egg. Okay? Now, let's play one of my favorite games. Let's play pretend for a second. Now, we know that this egg right here is not live. You buy it from the grocery store. They ain't going to sell you no farm fresh egg. But let's pretend for a second that this is a live egg. Now, inside of this egg, pretend, let's say there's a live chicken here. All right. Now, this egg shell will protect this chick. The little baby inside this egg will never know heartbreak or struggle. Is being fed, is being protected. It won't know the lashing of a summer storm. It won't know pain. It won't know regret. Everything it needs is inside this egg. But see, that protection is a false protection. I'll tell you why. Because that chick is not meant to stay in here. Inside this shell, though it feels protected, it's slowly dying. It's slowly dying. That chick was meant to struggle, to grow, to break free of this shell, and eventually spread its wings and fly, live its life. See, the broken prophecy is not about being fractured. Other meanings of the word broken is not meaning to imply fragility. That's my one big word usage of the day. The broken prophecy is meant to show people that just like the chick that will dwell inside this egg, it's time to break free of these shells that we encase ourselves in. Now, a lot of you are sitting there bewildered. You're scratching your heads and wondering when I'm going to get to the point. And that's going to be right now when I tell you we have been conditioned and taught by society to cover ourselves in these shells. You might have a relationship that doesn't go the way you want, then you try again. That relationship doesn't go the way you want, then you try again. That relationship doesn't go the way you want, and then you start to build these shells to protect yourself because you're tired of being hurt. You're tired of being let down. You're tired of being frustrated. So you build this shell around you to protect yourself from being hurt and tired and frustrated. So when someone comes up and tries to strike a conversation, you've got this shell around you. I don't see you. I won't acknowledge you because I don't want to be hurt again. The same thing goes with your finances. Maybe you loan somebody some money. Maybe an unfortunate circumstance happens and you lose the money. And you build this shell around you. So when someone comes to you and says, hey, I've got this idea, I think it'll make us a lot of money. You say, no. I'm not going to do it. You got that shell around you. And that shell says, play it safe. Some of you are sitting there right now with these revolutionary ideas, these visionary ideas. But you're so afraid of how you'll be perceived. You won't say things like shit and damn and fuck around anybody because you're afraid of how you'll be perceived. That's that shell that you've got around you. And that's the essence of the broken prophecy. To live life the way it's meant to be lived for you. To break that shell and come out and live out loud. And live up to your full potential. And I do this through hoodoo. Because let me tell you a little bit about myself. Okay? Aside from the fact that I grew up in a family of spiritual workers, okay? I told you earlier that I did a stint on AM 1570. Okay, down here in Atlanta. That's a Christian station. And here I am, a hoodoo worker, pitching my idea to the station manager. And I told him that, there's no hoodoo without the Bible, and I intended to show people how the two go together. He thought it was a good idea. But every day I walked into that station, the lone hoodoo worker in a station full of preachers. And I saw the way they looked at me, and I let that temper the way I acted. I let it temper the way I spoke. I let it temper the way that people perceived me. See, I stayed in that shell. One day I got tired of it. I left and went to Blog Talk Radio, and I stepped into the social media arena. I let people see exactly who the fuck I was. And you know what? I don't regret it at all. I never look back. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. Because I can tell you my story, but what about you? What about you, man? Aren't y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired of living the way other people expect you to live? Acting the way they expect you to act? Saying things about your money like, well, I just want to be comfortable. Well, I know I want someone who looks like this, and this, but well, as long as they just treat me right, I'll be all right. You are meant to have each and everything that you want, okay? Let me tell y'all something. The minute, and this is just a little bit of what I'll touch on in further videos, the minute you start to desire something, it is already yours. It is already yours, but most of us just give up. We just give up. I'm going to show you that you don't have to give up. With a little bit of root work and a little bit of faith, and all you need is that much faith, that much, you'll be able to manifest and draw all these things into your life that you desire, because that's what you're supposed to have. You're supposed to live a life of abundance. Okay? The minute you decided, I want this woman that looks and acts like this, I want this man that looks and acts like this, they were already yours. All that was left for you to do was to claim it. And I'll show you how. And all you need is a little bit of faith. And we're going to talk about roots, and we're going to talk about herbs and things like that. But one thing I want to show you, the scripture talks about all you need is faith the size of a mustard seed. And you can tell that mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, and that mountain will do it. Now, some of you have never seen a mustard seed. All you know about mustard is that bottle of French's or whatever that you've got in your refrigerator. I don't even know if you could see it. This little sumbitch is so small. That's a mustard seed right there. All you need is faith the size of that to make some things happen. And a lot of you don't even have that. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to get there. And we're going to all grow and come together. I'm going to show you how to light these candles you see behind me and bring about change. Now, if you are easily offended, I am probably not the spiritual worker, spiritual advisor, spiritual reader for you, because I am I'm the root worker for the common man and woman. Okay, y'all will see me drinking a frosty adult beverage here, and I understand that YouTube has copyright rules, so I got it wrapped up, which a lot of you are not used to seeing on my Periscope or Live Me videos. I got it wrapped up here. You'll see me partaking in them. You might even see me vape. But hopefully you'll look past that. You'll hear me use a lot of four-letter words because I cuss like a damn sailor. Like like the old head said down here, I'm one bad stick of wood. Okay? But hopefully you'll be able to look past that and see the deeper message. And every weekend, I'm going to pull some cards. I'll do a little reading for y'all. And we will hopefully help you to navigate some of these darker waters. Okay? Because I know people that are fashioning themselves as light workers and lady-hearted workers and things like that. And I don't begrudge them that, because there are some people, everyone has a hand for something. Some people have a hand for hexing. Some people have a hand for love work. Some people have a hand for uncrossing. Some people have a hand for bringing luck. Okay? And so if you got a hand and all you want to do is that lighthearted, happy, loving work, that's fine. But me, I'm a worker for the common man. I understand what it's like to have people knocking on your door. I know what it's like to look in your bank account. There's only a certain amount in there. But every damn day, that postman's going to come and bring those little gimmicks in the mail they call bills, and you got to send something back out if you want to flip that damn light switch and have some shit happen. Or if you want to turn that water faucet knob and have some shit happen. So I'm a worker for the common man. And I will show you how, when they send those damn things in the mail, you'll have something to send out. And all it takes is a little bit of that faith. All I ask you to do is just break yourself out of this. Just break yourself out of that. Okay? Now, every video I'm going to include a little bit of work. I'm going to include something spiritual that you can do. And I know a lot of you have seen people do egg cleansings. Okay? And I'll show you what you can do with this egg. But unlike a lot of them, we're going to do things the way I was taught to do it down here. You just take this egg and you rub it, starting at the crown of your head. And I want you to think about the things that are holding you back, because you understand your situation. Now, you may call me for a spiritual reading, and I'll make sure I put all my information down here. You may call me for a spiritual reading, but you know things about yourself that are more in depth than I will ever know. Okay? You know that the reason your relationships don't last is because you have a problem with jealousy. You have an insecurity about being left. You know that you have a problem with money because you're a sucker for every sob story that comes along and you'll give it out. You know that you make a decent amount of money, but money comes in the front door and you send it right out the back because you got to have that pair of shoes. You know your situation. So as you are rubbing this egg, I want you to envision all the things that you've got on you that you want to get rid of. You will start at your head, you will work your way down. You know that maybe, just maybe, people don't like you because you will not let them into your heart, so you'll rub it over your heart. Some of y'all can't keep your legs closed, and fellas, we can be thoughts too. That's the new terminology, right? Thought. And you know you got a hard problem keeping your zipper closed. You're rubbing around your groin area. Keep on going down. Some of us have problems staying in one place. We never lay any roots. Make sure you rub to the bottom of your feet with that egg. And you will take this egg, you will put it in a dark place, and you will leave it there, because that is what you want to happen to all these negative things affecting you. You want to keep them in the dark. May they never come to the light again and see the light of day. Throw it up under your house. Throw it down a gutter. Whatever you got to do, that's where you put that egg. All right? Now I'm going to set my egg over here because I'm going to eat this son bitch for breakfast. All right? That was just a prop. But that's what I want y'all to do. Also, what I plan on doing with this channel, I will pull cards, because I'm a spiritual reader also, and I read regular playing cards. Because here in the South, as hoodoo was practiced, where it evolved from, here in the South, a lot of the ancestors, my people, were the slaves, and then eventually they became sharecroppers. And I see a lot of supposed hoodoo workers that are reading with tarot cards. And let me ask y'all, where was a sharecropper going to get a deck of tarot cards? We'd be lucky to get a regular old deck of bicycle cards. And I got my little fancy ones here. That's how I was taught. And that's how I read. So I will pull cards for everyone, and I'll do another video tomorrow, and I will pull 4 sets of cards, one for each sign: the air, the water, the fire, and the earth. And I'll do this every week to help you navigate things that are going on with you. Okay? I'll also give out lucky lottery numbers as a tribute to my father, the Georgia prophet, who was well known here in Atlanta for giving out lottery numbers. And he taught me, and I'm going to give the numbers to y'all. And I'll tell y'all right now the lucky numbers for this week. And I already gave them on live. Me are 137. You got 806 and 459. Now, whatever state you in, I want you to play those numbers this week. Okay? Play those numbers this week and report back to me. And I guess, y'all, I think I'm going to wrap this last video up here. But I want to leave you guys with a message of hope. See, a lot of you have been looking for somebody to help you. A lot of you have been looking for someone to teach you hoodoo. A lot of you have been looking for a door to knock on. And Matthew, and I come out the Bible a lot, Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 says, ask and it shall be given you, seek and you shall find, and knock and the door will be opened. A lot of you have been asking for hoodoo. Some of you have been seeking for it, And some of you knocked on the wrong doors. I'm hoping to be the right door for you. And I'll never give you guys some work that I don't do. I'll never give you guys some halfway work. And I will never, ever give you guys something I don't use myself. I'm just not that type of worker. All right? Now, hopefully I figure this thing out, and I hope I've piqued your interest, and you guys will sit here in the morning, because I will do another video. It's Saturday, June the 3rd, right here in Georgia. June the 4th, I'll give out the readings for this upcoming week. Sunday, the start of the week. I'll do a couple of more readings for you guys, and then we'll go over another cleansing, because the spiritual cleansing is the basis. You know, a lot of people want to learn the hex and draw money. Let me tell you guys something, and this is what I'm going to leave you with. These books will tell you about all this wonderful work that you can do to draw money, to draw love and luck and all this wonderful shit. But let me tell y'all something. Spiritually, we are all on one long road from the cradle to the grave. We're walking down it. As we walk down, our blessings come towards us. But sometimes we block them ourselves through doubt, frustration, anger. Sometimes we do have people working against us spiritually. Somebody might have thrown a hex on you. All right? But every time that happens, you're throwing a pebble. Every time you worry, anything after the word I am is a manifestation. You're basically praying for something. So if you say, I am tired, I am frustrated, I am lonely, I am broke, you are praying for something that you don't want. And every time you do that, you throw a little pebble in the road ahead of you. And some of us throw 1,000 pebbles a day. Somebody asks you, well, hey, how you doing? And you say, I'm tired, or I'm broke, or I'm this. Is it any wonder why at the end of the day, that's what you are? You've thrown those pebbles all day long, and eventually you walk to that brick wall that you done built spiritually by casting those pebbles. And you can't get past it. And guess what? That money that you're waiting on, it can't get to you. That love of your life that you're waiting on, it can't get to you. That's why I say these books that tell you, well, just do this bath, or light this incense, or light this candle, will bring that money. And then you do this shit and it don't come because they didn't tell you at first. You got to clear that blockage. Unlock your blessings. A lot of times they'll give you the other half. They'll say, well, just do this cleansing and everything will be all right. And then you do a cleansing and shit ain't all right. Shit ain't all right. It's because you're tumbling down a hole. You're free falling. You're free falling into despair. You're free falling into bad luck. You're free falling into loneliness. And you do the cleansing and it stops you from falling. But you've been falling for 5 years, baby. You still down in that hole. That's when you do the other half, the other bath to rise. And we'll talk about that. I'll give you recipes for baths. And as I learn to work this damn thing here, hopefully, you'll see me do a lot of this spiritual work, okay? But I'll leave y'all with that. I'll give you something to ponder. Tune in tomorrow. I'll do another video. And maybe I'll learn how to do these things on the fly. So you'll see me in some of these areas. Y'all see me out in the woods or in the cemetery or wherever. Just follow me. No, you know what? That's the wrong choice of words. Because a lot of you have been emailing me from my Periscope or Live Me video saying that you want to follow me. And I had to tell you, I don't want any followers. All I want are brothers and sisters, all in the name of cause. And the cause is community uplifting. All right? So thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hopefully you will tune in tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will go into your refrigerator, pull that egg out, and make that commitment to break that shell, to also be broken, so that you can spread your wings and fly to prosperity, good luck, and good fortune, and you can start to manifest all those things that are already up here, and we're going to start bringing them right here in the palm of your hands. Because I don't know about y'all, but I got the whole damn world in my hands. And I want y'all to have it too. All right? Thanks everybody for tuning in. And I'll see y'all in the morning, bright and early for church service. Y'all have a good one.